Go on with it, but go on with it. Blessings all for my life, man. My thank God for the journey, the earnings, and that's for the plus. Gratitude is a must. See blessings fall by my right hand.
Oh, baby. Hey. You okay? You woke up screaming.
Did I?
Yeah.
Hi guys, it's your favorite mystic, TheSirenSayz, and welcome back to another Sistas video. Disclaimers, there are none. This show is this show. Let's not insult it because we're watching it. But we go and insult these characters though. These characters are not the actors. I'm not talking about the actors. Yes, I am aware that one or two of the actors have said that they resonated with their characters and even have defended them. Do I think that's weird? Absolutely. But we're just gonna let that go because that does not matter. Let's just get into it really quickly. But I just want to let you guys know, thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you guys for coming here every week. I know it's like, Siren, why was this so late? Why did the episode of last week's come out this week? Because this show drains me, and it got to the point where I couldn't even do my editing, which really isn't that difficult the way I'm doing it now. But I was like, you know what, fine, you're gonna get this at least by Tuesday, and then this upcoming Wednesday's episode will come on Saturday, and we'll be back on track. Everything will be fine. Okay, everything will be fine. Let's just get into it really quick. Let's just get into whatever I want to talk about. Let's just talk about what's gonna be happening next week. So I think it makes sense, Andy being upset with Gary, so we'll just move on. Pam and Miss Marie having a little, oh girl, okay, big fangirl moment. I have no problem with that. That's probably not going to annoy me too much. As long as Miss Marie is being sincere in her enjoyment of the praise, I think she would probably like somebody worshiping her, so hopefully that goes well. Also, so sorry for you, Pam. We'll get into that in a minute. What else was I going to discuss? Yeah, the next week. Okay. Here's what I'll say about this, right? This show has a lot of issues. Them trying to blame Danny for this parenting thing is one of them. I'm sorry, ma'am. You think Danny gave her the pen? Now, there is a universe in which, you know, oh, I'm trying to be the cool stepmom, I'm gonna let this kid smoke, but the kid isn't even in high school, so that would be really weird. So you gotta wonder where it came from. You gotta ask your kid where she got it. Then you gotta ask Danny separately. Then you gotta ask your husband who Danny is, who he thinks Danny is. Now, personally, it wouldn't matter to me in this case because I don't think Tony knows Danny enough. He keeps getting shocked by her behavior when the rest of us are not shocked at all. We're mostly shocked when she behaves in a way that is positive or affirms him. Anyways, so yeah, Tiffany, I guess is her name. Tiffany girl, clean it up. We know you want him back. We know because you made up a slightly derogatory nickname for her, and I'm saying derogatory because she was trying to be nice nasty. She made up a nice nasty nickname for her. Yeah, even though your kids kind of like her, that pissed you off for 5 seconds and you tried to shut it down. We're gonna get into that though, but yeah, I want to acknowledge that. Yeah, let's just get into it really quickly. Let's talk about stuff that I enjoyed. I really enjoyed Sabrina telling Rich, if you think I'm gonna trap you, we need to stop fucking. We need to stop woohooing immediately. Cause you not gonna tell me that I'm trying to trap you. That's not gonna happen anymore. So now you're gonna know for sure that I'm not gonna try to trap you, cause you're not gonna get this cooch. Period. I really appreciate that. Like I said, these are the slice of life moments that I expect to see from the show, so they're easier to watch, easier to digest, and easier to talk about in a more positive way. Me rooting for the characters and enjoying the characters' side. So I really appreciated that. I think Rich was really weird. Like, okay, I appreciated him being like, well, can we at least make out here and there? I appreciated that, But, you know, I feel like she said no to even just the kissing because she's like, look, you disrespected me. Insinuating that disrespected me, and you've insinuated it more than once. Like, I let it go the first time, but the second time it's like, nah. This is a pattern. This is something that's deep in your head. It's not just a passing thought. You think this in the back of your mind, and every time that we're going to be intimate, it's going to be in the back of your head. So I'm just going to eliminate it as a factor. There will be no more intimacy for you to backpedal about. Period. I think it's just like, we're just like, oh my God, why are you doing this? I love you. I'm sure of that. It's like, are you sure, man? Are you sure? I guess men go through soul ties as well, which I knew. But just to bring it up here in this situation, obviously he tied up. Because this girl wants kids. She's actively freezing her eggs. That means you need to figure out what you want to do. Would you even be okay with being a stepdad? Because here's the thing about it, right? What was your game plan? Do you date her until she has the kid and then you leave? Or do you stay and just not take care of the kid because you're not the dad? Because that's not going to work either. Sorry, guys. Unless you're dating somebody whose kid is either a teenager or an adult, you're going to have to take some kind of care. And even then, once they're a teenager, there's going to be some overlap. You're going to be a figure in their lives. So I'm gonna need you, Rich, to really think critically. You care about her, you love her, whatever, bro. She wants something that you don't want, and it's not something small. It's not like, oh, I wanted this bedroom to be painted in eggshell and you wanted bleach blonde. I don't like that. No, it's children. This is why I kept saying, you guys, it's not a good idea to compromise on sacrifices. What do I mean by that? There are some key things in a relationship that you probably more than likely need to agree on. Because if you don't agree on those things and the first thing you end up doing in that relationship is compromising on those three things, it's going to be a rough road. I'm not going to say divorce is imminent or breakups are imminent, but it's going to be way harder for you than other people. So, religion or lack thereof, right? Political leanings or lack thereof, right? Children or lack thereof. And I guess we can also add finances in there, but that's just a little bit more obvious in my personal opinion. These other three are sort of like there, but not always as talked about as they should be. I feel like you can't compromise on those things. You can try, you know. And when I say you can't compromise, I'm not saying nobody has ever done it. They have. But what I'm saying is you can't comfortably compromise. There's going to be a thorn in your side. There's going to be an itching on the back of your neck. There's going to be a pinching of the elbow. There's going to always be something there to be like, yeah, me and my lover don't agree with this. It's going to come from conversation and you're going to roll your eyes because, yeah, he want to vote for Biden or he want to vote for Trump. Like, there's always going to be something in the back of your head where you just like, ugh, I love you, but you know what I mean? Because it's something of significant importance to the trajectory of your life and the internal core of your personality. And I just feel like Rich hasn't realized that he can't sit there and not be the stepfather of this child. So I need you to realize that she's doing you a favor by pushing you away, and you should have just broken up with her right then and there. Because if you don't want kids, and I respect that you don't, this is not me saying get with the program, Rich, and give her these babies. No, if you don't want kids, leave is what I'm saying. Leave, or decide right now that you will be willing to make a sacrifice. Because why I call those compromises sacrifices? Because you're not compromising. Compromising is giving a little to get a little. No, when you give on one of these three things that I mentioned before, you're sacrificing, because you're always going to feel a bit of pain and the presence of the lack that came from you shoving aside your own feelings on this issue to make it work. So you're just going to have to sacrifice, Rich, and you're going to have to decide, do I want to lose her, which would be a sacrifice apparently for you, I guess, or do I want to keep her and have to deal with the fact that she wants these babies? The same thing I say to Fatima about Zach. Look, I think she has a point majority of the time, But when Zach is in his right mind, he's telling her that she needs to stop coming at him for things that she already knew about, almost as if she's shocked that he acts this way or that his life involves this amount of drama. She needs to stop complaining and just get with the program or leave. I agree with Zach when he says that, even though I don't agree with Zach on much else. Zach is right. And right now we're going to put that Zach philosophy over here. Rich, get with the program or get out. Because you're not going to sit here and tell me that I'm trapping you when you've been done knew I wanted a baby. I talked about that for a while, but I just wanted to compound that I do like this, but I'm going to need Rich to be so for real. I like the scene, but I need Rich to be so for real. Period. Next up, I don't really care about Andy and Boothang, Air Jordan. He alright. Gary is deciding to play with him. So let's just get into Gary and Andy right now. Hilarious. This man, I don't know why Tyronius Perennius is forcing Gary to be so comical. It's like he saw what's going on with Hayden's character and he decided, let's make Gary like that. Like, I feel like before, Gary's terribleness was a little bit more understated. You know, like, he was terrible, but you couldn't put a name on it. You just knew that Andy should leave him, but you couldn't just put a name on it. You could have called him an Abubu-er. Abubu stands for A-B-U-S-E. Don't forget it, okay? You know, so I just feel like he was like, oh, clown it up. Act like you're a Disney Channel villain, but a Disney Channel villain that's on Showtime. And you guys know, or HBO, and you guys know a Showtime/HBO villain just gonna say all this wild sexual stuff, innuendos out the wazoo. So yeah, that was just a lot. Him saying that he wants Andy, I'm glad he admitted it. I also appreciate that he stayed true to form on his a-holery. I want you, marry me, but also you are bitch. Like, jeez, like, what's gonna make her want to get with you when you gonna openly disrespect her? You think she gonna be like Penelope, date you while you disrespect her? One thing Andy not gonna do is be with somebody who disrespects her. The second you disrespect her, she's gone. That's why she couldn't dare forgive Robin, even though he's perfect for her. Bring Robin back, please, Tyronius Perennius. Okay. Just to get into the mundane, which makes sense to me. The mundane. Maurice, I guess you messed it up. And you kept messing it up a little bit. And I think Grayson is overreacting as well, which I guess makes sense. So we'll see if it works out for the two of you, but who knows if Tyler wants it to work out for you too? I don't know. Yeah, so the blowback of Hayden, my boy Hayden, getting his groove on with Miss Marie. Like I said before, I don't really like the connotation that Hayden is like horrific in bed and his pee-wee is either super skinny or super small, and the only reason Miss Marie likes him is because she's Simone Groving him from Why Women Unalive. I just look, this is not me saying that Hayden has to be a dynamo, but like, Hayden's not ugly, and I feel like Miss Marie likes him. I feel like Miss Marie is too much of a straight shooter. If you wanted me to believe that, like, oh, it's just an older woman who's thirsty for it, you know? If you wanted me to do that, then it shouldn't have been Miss Marie. Miss Marie is too much of a straight shooter. She says exactly what she's thinking. So I feel like if Hayden was bad, like, she probably would have just, like, kicked him off the case. She would have been like, you call this an apology? Ugh, get out of my room. You're fired. You're fired. And if I see you again, I'm gonna get them to kick you out of the firm. You know what I mean? I feel like if he was terrible in bed, we would know, because we would know for sure now. Because it wouldn't just be the pettiness of Fatima. Yes, I am saying that a part of the reason why Tamara and Fatima be saying that stuff is because they think Hayden is annoying and they can't stand him. And so they insult his bedroom skills. This is not saying that he's incredible. I don't think he's incredible. I feel like if he was incredible, Fatima wouldn't have just done it once and, you know. But I don't think he's like the worst lay ever and he is so small. I think he's just not that great all the time. And because he's average, it gives women credence to crap on him. I know it sounds like I'm defending Hayden. Let me live. Anyways. So that's what I want to say about that. Glad he's getting one up on them for 5 seconds. it's not gonna last, you know. It never lasts. Hayden never wins for long, especially when Fatima is involved. Tyleronius Perennius loves to give Hayden the upper hand for 5 seconds in a way that should ensure him the victory he wants, and then take it out from under him by giving Fatima a Deus Ex Machina. Now, I know that also sounds like I don't want Fatima to win. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the writing is bad. Like a couple seasons ago, when Hayden realized that Zach got his money from insider trading, and he was even able to pinpoint the person who gave him the insider trading, the white lady, it's like he found all of that out, and he wasn't able to get complete proof, but he followed his nose. He followed the clues. He should have been able to get that man behind bars and keep him there realistically. But plot hole, all of a sudden it didn't work, and Hayden ended up low-key taking a dump for that. Doesn't make sense. Just like now, Marie is interested in him. He's doing what he needs to do. She actually likes him. That should ensure him the win in the case. That should ensure him partner. If all Andy needed, or if all Hayden needed, was just like one big high profile person, and she's like the high profile person, this celebrity person, and Hayden gets to sleep with her, in reality that means that he should be partner by season 8. But they're gonna throw in a plot hole where even if he gets the ace in the hole, it doesn't matter. That doesn't make sense to me. If you want our heroes to win against Hayden, stop giving him all of the stuff that he would need to win, and then putting out a plot hole out of nowhere and plot armor protect Andy to make her survive. That makes no sense, right? Here's when it did make some kind of sense, right? When Robin was still in the picture, and Robin was the one making all of the moves, right? And Robin was helping her and watching Hayden and blocking Gary. That made sense. He is a literal billionaire. So him being aware of certain things and being able to protect certain things makes sense. Hayden, however, having all of this with them no longer having the protection of some tech billionaire or some security person doesn't make sense to me at all. So I'm not saying Hayden should win. No, I'm just saying don't give Hayden all these aces and then make him lose out of nowhere. It's annoying from a narrative perspective. If you want Andy and Fatima to beat him, give them the ace in the hole more consistently than you give to Hayden. That is what I'm saying. I have no problem with Hayden losing or looking stupid when it comes to those two. I have no problem, you know? So do that, because I'm fine with that, and I feel like that is necessary, okay? But if you're just gonna leave it the way you've always left it, then you're just gonna leave Hayden with like, oh, it looked like he's about to win, and in real life he would, but now all of a sudden, nah, never mind, he would have won, but never mind. Like, stop. It's really annoying because it doesn't make any sense and it's not real. All right. Anyway, Danny and Tony, let's just get into that for 5 seconds, right? Danny is still worried. She feels like Tiffany wants her family back, and in real life 50-50, maybe not, but because this show is dramatic, we all know that she does want him back. I think it's interesting that they, you know what, I'm not gonna say that. What I will say is, yeah, she does want him back. And unfortunately, because Danny was a very reckless person and is becoming less reckless, but she's still too reckless, Tiffany's gonna have a lot of ammo to poison the kids and Tony against Danny. Do I care? No. Will it work? I don't know. I figure there's gonna be like some blow ups and then Tony might side with Danny at the end, but who knows and who cares? It'll be fun to watch Tiffany go head to head with Danny though. It'll be funny, but I don't really care. You know, I don't care about this Danny plot line. She has been soured for me and she was my favorite character, so it is what it is. But yeah, I did want to talk about it because I brought it up earlier when Tony lied and said that she didn't say anything disrespectful. Tony, that's a lie. Okay, don't lie to Danny. She has made considered efforts not to lie to you anymore, Don't lie to her. That's just period. Okay? If you're gonna expect all this stuff from her, respect her back. That's all I've got to say about that. Period. All right. Ooh, talking about slimy people I don't like. Trey. So he was getting all cozy with Pam. All cozy. Right? And then we see him outside with little chick playing game. Here's the thing about it, right? Pam is still a side character, so we don't need to see her in love. But everything's been going so well, but then you hear allegedly that because of Pam's hair care business, she might have effed up the store, and now her love life is effed up. It's just so sad. I feel sorry for you, Pam. I don't even really like you like that, but I feel sorry for you. You don't really deserve that, because Pam doesn't intentionally try to hurt anybody. So I do feel sorry for you. I do. You're annoying, but you're not a bad person. And you did ask her permission to date this guy. You stood by girl code as much as you possibly could have, and you don't deserve to be treated like that. So I do feel sorry for Pam. And like I said, this is a slice of life moment that made sense. So it was easy to watch. Yeah, Karen and Zach. Zach was like, I apologize to Aaron. We fisted it out, blah blah blah. Can you and Fatima do that? She was like, that ship has sailed. Karen, don't piss me off. Okay? Why is the ship sailed? Why, Karen? Is it a thing with you, Karen? Is that you're bitter for no reason, in the very same way that Zach was bitter for no reason with Aaron. It's a very similar thing. I don't understand it. Zach is no good for you. You know that if you were to get back together with him, you would end up hating him and dumping him again. You know this. But every time you see Fatima with him, you just get seething in your soul. And the only reason you didn't go out for Trey is because you were hoping that this baby thing would bring you closer to Zach deep down your soul. It's not overt anymore. It's not overt, but it's covert, and I see it, and it's gross. It's gross, Karen. It is gross. Disgusting. Gross. I'm so sick and tired of her. She's so annoying, bro. Like, ugh. And of course, Fatima was right. Like, when Zach came to her with this nonsense, like, you think you could, bury the hatchet? She's like, excuse me? I'm the one who's been trying to broker peace this entire time. Duh. Over the last 5 to 6 years, we have been watching Fatima trying to be nice to her over and over and over again. And then Karen would say something super disrespectful. And everybody was on Fatima when she just rolled up into Karen's house. Like, ooh, you know what, Fatima, usually you right, but this time you wrong. Stop. You see me, I keep the same energy. What does that mean, right? Whenever Aaron would blow up at Zach, I didn't have any big issues with it. There might have been tiny issues here and there, but overall, I wasn't like, why'd you do that? You shouldn't have done that. No, I get it. In the very same way, every time Fatima has an issue with Karen, I get it. Because Karen and Zach keep pushing at Aaron and Fatima's pressure points over and over and over again. And then we as the audience are supposed to like be upset that they finally erupt. Well, some of you are. Some of you are like, Fatima, why you say that? But you say that less. But you guys are most like, Aaron, why you respond to Zach? Why you starting with Zach? Stop. Whenever Fatima and Aaron have anything slick to say, I let it go. I let it slide because it's well deserved. And the amount of time that Karen and Zach have said slick things to each other and back to the other people, multitudinous. It is in legion. Okay? Period. So Karen said there's no way in hell. Fatima said I'll try, but you got to talk to her. And we all know nothing gonna happen there because Karen's just annoying and nobody likes her, including me. I ain't like her neither. But I think that is about it right now. Oh, I guess I should bring up that stupid mafia part of the show that I hate. So Cowplant managed to get some sexy photos of Air Jordan and gave them to Gary, so he has leverage and he has video, which is what that criminal Gary was trying to pull up on Andy. You thought I forgot to say it? Never, sis. Also, Andy's dumb. Well, okay, let me not say that. She knew that he was the type to bug the place the first time. She just didn't think that he would have gotten. She doesn't know how he would have gotten in the second time, and I'm not sure how he got in the second time. How Cowplant got in? That's weird. Like, girl, move out. Move out. Gary told you that that apartment was paid for with dirty cartel money. Move out. Do something. Go into witness protection with Penelope. Do something intelligent, please. How are you the lawyer and not Fatima? She's smarter than you, and I don't even always agree with her. Whatever. So everybody's gonna get the drop down on them. She admitted on tape about the FBI and about Penelope being alive. So unfortunately, Gary knows that Penelope is alive, which is not a good thing in my opinion, because it's gonna make it even more stupid and dramatic. Yeah. The mafioso part of the show is about to get real hyped up now, I guess. But yeah, those are my thoughts. We'll see what next week's episode is hitting for. Let me know your thoughts down below. And thank you so much for your patience, your time, and your appreciation of my content. I started watching Soul Food. I seen the movie a little while ago. It was more recent, 'cause I didn't grow up with it. Soul Food is actually on YouTube, so I started watching it. And I'm gonna make a video about each season. So there's gonna be 5 videos in total. I am halfway through season 1. So I'm gonna make a video on Soul Food because I have a lot to discuss. Y'all thought Sistas aggravated me? Soul Food also aggravates me. So we're gonna talk about that as well, because it's a fun watch, but my god, the dynamics are insane. People thought this show was comforting. It's okay. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please do enjoy the rest of your week, and goodbye, my sires. Sue.